So, abusive relationships can often be called 1 1 cults, and families can often be called single family cults. And part of why I do the work that I do is because I want individuals to know this. And because I have the validity from society of saying, Daniela, you grew up in a cult. What happened to you? That was a cult. That group, those behaviors, those tactics, the way it impacted your life and your childhood, that was a cult. I'm Daniela, scholar of cults, extreme groups, extremely bad leadership, grew up in the Children of God, and then went into the cult of the army, where, because I already understood cults deep in my bones, I recognized the exact same patterns and behaviors. And I wrote all about it in this book, Uncultured. You can get signed copies here. And I like to do what I call like the power of the extreme story, right? The way that I wrote Uncultured is so that if you were in a 1 1 cult, which I have an example of me in a abusive 1 1 cult relationship in the book, in between the cult and the army. If you were in a single family cult, right? If you're an ex-Mormon and you've never been comfortable with the word cult, but you're reading this book and you're relating to the feelings, to the tactics, to the this is not right of a girl from one of the most extreme cults, yes. And because we now know that 1 1 cults exist, that single family cults exist, all of the experts out there acknowledge this. And we know that we will never know how many cults there are. We will never know, be able to count them, categorize them, any of that stuff, because it's a group dynamic at play that isn't usually recognized by the people in it. And therefore, how do we know? Right? But I say if you relate to the stuff I'm talking about, it's probably because you're trying to understand coercive control in some way in your life. And an abusive relationship can be very, very much a cult of what's called a cult of one. Obviously, there's two.